Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, ignore my hands, I didn't paint my hands. Today I am going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. It is inspired by Amber CARR. Probably have seen her stuff before all over Instagram. Like everyone recreates her like little art pieces and everything, and I've been wanting to do this since last year, and I did something similar. I just did like a devil, but I wanted to do like full on like recreate one of her looks. So obviously you guys know lavender is like my favorite color, so I wanted to do this one right here. I love that one. You guys know I love lavender and black together, so like those two were perfect. So I kind of took inspo from this one and this one. I liked some stuff from both of them, but I really liked the black lips and stuff from the other one, so I wanted to just do that. My teeth look so yellow, ew. Really wanted to just do this. Honestly, this look isn't too hard. I think the hardest thing in this look was probably the eyebrow cover up, which I suck at doing eyebrow cover up, and doing the eyebrows themselves was probably the hardest part of the entire look. Other than that, this look is pretty simple. You just gotta paint yourself purple. I used a lot of like Wet n Wild stuff. I feel like the main thing I used was Wet n Wild. I used a lot of drugstore products. Also, like I didn't go out and like get some like fancy prosthetics or anything. These little horns, I didn't paint my hands, I'm sorry. The horns are from Spirit as well as my wig. I got this wig last year from Spirit, but I think they still have it, I'm sure. It's just like a black wig. The bangs for this wig don't really go up that high. My wig is like halfway on my head because the bangs kind of go a little bit lower. So it looks so sad, like that's like my favorite part about this look is just like, or all of her looks, they're just all like really sad kind of looking, and I wanted to do something like that for a long time. Also, I'm pretty impressed with my teardrop over here, not gonna lie. Anyways, if you guys want to see how to get this Amber CARR inspired little devil look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting off by just kind of seeing where I'm going to put these little horns on for later on. I'm making little marks, which it doesn't even matter anyway because I'm going to end up covering them up, so this was pointless, but I just wanted to see where I was going to put them down. I'm going to go ahead and do a brow cover up. I suck at this, so please just don't judge me. But if you're going to do this, I recommend doing one brow at a time. I messed up and just put glue in both brows before like brushing them upwards, and by the time I was done with this brow, the other one dried. So I recommend doing one brow at a time, but if you don't know how to do this, you just put the glue through your brows and then you brush them up with a spoolie and kind of just make them flat against your face. So you can definitely see me struggling here because this brow was already dry. And then once that is dry, I'm going to go ahead and just set that with translucent powder. I went ahead and primed my face, and then I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers paint palette. I'm taking that purple, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to my face. These little palettes are so good. I was honestly so shook. They apply super nicely. They didn't stain my face. They're super creamy and pigmented, and I'm obsessed with them, and they're only like $5.99. I found that stippling it on worked best instead of like kind of rubbing it around. Stippling was the best way to go. And I'm just applying this with a foundation brush. I then went in with the paint and kind of pressed this into the brows so I wouldn't move it around, but then I quickly realized that this paint was not going to cover my brows. They definitely peeked through. So again, if you're going to do this, I recommend doing this part before the face paint, but go in with a full coverage foundation stick and then cover the brows that way, and then set that with the powder and then go over it with the face paint. I should have done this before, but again, I suck at brow cover up. I think I've only done this like one other time, so that's why. But just go ahead and apply the full coverage foundation stick over, set it with powder, and then go over it with the face paint. I also just applied this paint down my chest, and I'm taking that blue and pink paint and mixing them to make a lighter purple, and I'm using this to highlight my face where I would normally highlight with like concealer or something. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes and my chin to give some dimension to my face. And then I'm going to set that all with the RCMA No Color Powder. By the way, if you are going to wear this look out like on Halloween or like to a Halloween party or something, I would recommend to paint your entire chest and stuff. I was just washing this off right after, so I didn't go like completely down to my arms and stuff, but if you are going to wear it out, please do that. It'll look a lot better. So for my brows, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Zero eyeliner, and I'm just sketching out some sad looking brows. If you are doing this look, definitely looking down at the reference picture is very helpful because I'm just kind of copying that. You just want to make the tail of the brow go a little bit downwards and then the front of the brow to go a little bit upwards. That's going to give you that sad looking brow. And I'm just filling that in with the Wet n Wild Multi-Stick in black. I'm then going to go in with like a clean angled brush and kind of soften the front of the brow a little bit. And then I'm going to take another angled brush with the purple paint and just clean up those brows. Now I'm going into the Sephora Pro Editorial palette and I'm taking that purple shade. I'm going to put this in my crease and a little bit on the outer corner. I'm also going to dust some of that shadow up towards the brow. That's going to help with the little sad look that we're going for. I'm literally dying because I'm not making like any expression or anything and I just look so sad and like worried. It's so funny. Then I'm going in with the Karity 21 matte palette and I'm taking that darker purple and I'm doing the same exact thing, just in the crease, a little bit on the outer corner, and then dusting it towards the front of the brow. Then I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Pegasus Flutter pigment, and I'm just putting like a little bit of that on my lid, and then I'm going in with the You're My Boo pigment, and I'm putting that on the first half of my lid. This shade is like perfect for this look. It's such a pretty iridescent white pigment. Then I'm taking the white from the Karity palette, and I'm just putting that on the rest of my lid to brighten up the look a little bit. I applied a little wing liner off camera and then I'm taking some black shadow, just a little bit, and I'm putting that on the outer corner to deepen that up. I'm going back with that purple from the Karity palette and I'm just going to put that along my lower lash line. I'm taking that same purple eyeshadow from the Karity palette to contour my face, so I'm using this in my cheekbones, along my jawline, and then a little bit down the sides of my nose just to kind of give my nose a little bit of definition. I'm just taking this pink blush from Colourpop, but you can use any pink blush that you have. And I'm just putting this on the apples of my cheeks. In the picture, it looks like she has a little bit of color to her face, so I'm just adding that there. Now moving on to the teardrop, I feel like this is kind of hard to explain, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. I'm taking that same purple shadow from the Karity palette with a small little eyeliner brush, and I'm just dragging that down my cheek in a straight line. And then towards the end, I'm making a little teardrop shape. And towards the outside, like the right side of the teardrop, I'm shading that a little bit darker with that purple shadow just to kind of give it some dimension and look like it's kind of popping off my face like a real teardrop. Then I'm taking the Wet n Wild White Multi-Stick and I'm going to take that in the center of the teardrop to kind of highlight that and bring it forward, and then shade on the sides of that again to make it look like it's popping off my face. I'm taking a little bit of that white in the center of the tear, and then I'm taking a gray eyeshadow and shading underneath the teardrop to further give it some more dimension. I'm also going to take that white multi-stick and put that on the center of my lower lash line to make it look like it's wet from the tear. And then I'm also putting that on the inner part of my eye and then a little dot on the outer corner. That's what it looks like in the picture, so I'm just copying that. I'm taking the LA Girl 100 Watt highlighter and I'm just going to highlight my face like I would normally on the tops of my cheekbones. And in the picture, she has a very strong white highlight down the center of her nose and the tip of her nose, so I'm just going to do that as well. I'm also going to take that highlighter and I'm going to put that in the center of the teardrop where I put the white, and that's going to really help it make it look like it's realistic. It makes it look like it's wet because it's very like sheeny and stuff, And I'm just going to put that wherever else I put the white multi-stick, so in the center of the tear, in the center of my lower lash line, in the inner corner, and that little dot on the outer corner. I'm taking some black gel liner and I'm just creating some small little lower lashes. They're very prominent in the picture, so I wanted to recreate that in my look as well. I'm doing, I think, like either 5 or 6 little small lashes. For lips, I took the Milani Wicked liquid lipstick. This is such a good black liquid lipstick, not even just like from the drugstore, just like in general. It's so good. You guys need it if you like black lipstick. I kind of overline my lips just like on the center of my lower lip to make it look like I'm pouting a little bit, and I overlined my Cupid's bow just a tad because in the picture she has like very full, luscious lips. I also forgot to mention that I applied some false lashes off camera. These are the Rouge and Rogue Lady Killer lashes. I'm taking the smallest amount of black shadow and shading underneath my lower lip. This is just going to make my lips look a little bit more fuller and poutier. Now for the horns, I am just kind of mapping out where I'm going to apply them with some shadow, and then I'm removing the face paint where I'm going to put them down because I'm going to apply spirit gum there, and I just want it to stick better to my skin. So I'm just removing that with the makeup wipe. And while I was doing this, I suddenly forgot how to use spirit gum. This is a spirit gum, I just got it at Spirit. When you do this, apply it, let it get tacky, and then tap it with your fingers and you'll know when it's ready to stick it down because it'll be super sticky. I'm also applying some spirit gum to the bottom of the prosthetic as well, but I forgot to tap it enough to get sticky, so in like 5 seconds you'll see here that my horn falls off. But if you are doing this, apply it to your face and also to the prosthetic. Let it get sticky by tapping it, and you'll know when it's ready because it's super, super sticky. And here is the face of disappointment. But we eventually got it to work, so they are now stuck to my face and we're all good. I'm taking that same purple shadow from the Karity palette and just kind of contouring my collarbones to make them look a little bit more sunken in. And then I'm also taking the same LA Girl highlighter and highlighting the tops of my collarbones. If you're looking at the reference picture, you'll know where to apply these highlights. You can see them in the picture, so that's why it's super important to have that reference photo in front of you the entire time doing the look. It's just so much more helpful that way. And then you're just going to want to apply a wig. A short little black bob works perfectly fine. I got this one at Spirit. I got it last year, but I'm sure they have it again this year. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I love this look so much. I love that I just look so sad. It's so funny. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.